Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Hi, Jay Fallon, and thanks for listening. So we had the shooting, police-involved shooting in Caboolture just the other day on the 18th of November. Little did I know that there was actually another police-involved shooting, and this time it was in far north, so up in Cairns, on the same date, on the 18th. I'll just bring up this report. Okay, so this comes from My Police, Queensland Police News. Just says police involved shooting in Cairns. This was the 18th of November. Investigations are underway into a police involved shooting incident in Kanimbla. This on the 18th of November. Initial investigations indicate around 10:30 a.m. Police responded to reports a man was armed with a knife at the intersection of Elphinstone Street and Ramsey Drive. I used to work in the police up in Cairns, actually. I did Edmonton, then up in Cairns for a while, and went out rural. Anyway, so shortly after the man approached officers with the knife and an officer discharged a firearm. Medical assistance was immediately provided to the man by police, and he was taken to the Cairns Hospital in a critical condition. As far as I know, he's still alive. Anyway, so 2 crime scenes have been declared in Elphinstone Street and Ramsey Drive were closed. Motorists are urged to avoid the area. The matter is being investigated by Ethical Standards Command with oversight from the Crime and Corruption Commission. Investigations are ongoing. I have noticed that we don't have, the last couple of shootings we've had in Queensland, we haven't had the what was becoming the usual, higher ranking officer coming out and telling the public that, hey, everything's good, everything looks fine, it was justified, the actions taken by police are completely justified, and there's no need to look at this. They stopped their little spiels. I've noticed that. I'm just going to bring up this map that I have. Okay, so let's look at this map here, which just goes through the confirmed 2025 police-involved shootings. This is QPS releases and regional reports. Obviously, earlier on the year, in June and July, we had 4 shootings in a very short space of time in Townsville, which led to Queensland civil rights groups calling for a review into Queensland police shootings. Obviously, there you've got that one up in Cairns that just happened, the one in Caboolture that's happened on the same day. So those two was about 1,500, 2,000 kilometres apart on the same day in the 18th of November. You had the one at Wynnum West on the September the 9th over here. Burleigh Heads early in the year, you had March the 1st, Burleigh Heads, or Gold Coast, March the 1st, and also Arundel in Labrador on March the 6th. So yeah, I believe those figures, that was all that I could find so far. Look, this takes us up to 9 shootings so far that are police-involved shootings in Queensland for 2025. In 2024, we had 13. I think it was 2022 or 2023. Queensland Police had shot more people that are involved in more shootings than every other state combined. My issue with all of this is I believe there needs to be a review into these shootings. Queensland Police Service needs to have an honest review into the way things are handled, into the way these situations are handled by police. I think there needs to be better training. I believe there's a direct correlation between when QPS started to lower their standards, which is why I shared a story a couple of weeks ago about a training officer and his experience in at the QPS, the Queensland Police Service Training Academy, and seeing officers who were being pushed through even though they couldn't make it through basic scenarios, but senior officers were allowing them to go through because I'm going to assume that it was because they wanted more females in as police, or maybe they were just desperate and they couldn't afford to lose any more recruits coming through, because we did have Queensland Police had a very hard time there getting recruits in, even just to apply. So obviously there was that point there where they had to actually cancel was it January of 2022 or January 2023? They actually had to cancel an intake recruitment group because they didn't have enough numbers who wanted to join. So they have had issues with people joining, but as we've seen, as I've seen, they have lowered their standards. They have pushed people through who shouldn't have been in. They've really pushed for a 50-50 ratio of male-female. I believe this has caused you just end up with people in there who can't handle the pressures of policing, who can't handle the stresses of policing. And I believe this is a direct correlation between the amount of shootings that we've had in Queensland. This is why we've had such high numbers compared to the rest of the country. So I will be doing up a report of all the shootings that have happened this year, comparing it to the other states and what's happening around the rest of the country. I believe so far Queensland Police still has more shootings even this year than police-involved shootings than any other state so far. But I'll confirm that later on. But I hope the officers that were involved are doing okay and everything is well with them. Anyway, just wanted to report this. My name is Jay Fallon. Thank you for listening.
They just fuel the desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna